You're listening to the best of the Morning X, dropping back into the interview from a few moments ago. This is the original 99X.
So
down goes the flight attendant.
Knocked him backwards. He didn't hit the ground or anything. But at that point, I just took like a 2 or 3 step run and start at the guy and just hit him as hard as I could, like right in the throat area with a forearm.
All right.
And it calmed both of us. You know how in that front cabin, it's the kitchen. So it's like all those drawers and stuff.
Right.
So that's kind of what we hit into. Well, as we're bouncing off of that, the flight attendant now hits us from his side, and the guy in the front seat of the first row also comes in and hit us. Now, all 4 of us slam into the cockpit door.
It's Rockfest, the mosh pit.
So when you say that those guys hit you, they weren't trying to hit you.
No, they were just like tackling into us to try to get control of this guy. No one was...
Now, how big of a guy are you?
I'm about 6 foot 165, so I'm not really that big.
And when you hit the guy with the forearm in the neck, did he just turn to you in rage and was ready to go for you?
Yeah, at that point, when I hit him, I really wasn't expecting it, so I guess I had that in my my favor.
And his hands are tied, yeah.
And then as soon as we bounced off the wall, the flight attendant pretty much, slammed into us, and this guy slammed into us, so it was 3 of us on him right away. The thing was, we hit the cockpit door pretty hard, and I heard in the paper they were saying he was trying to get into the cockpit, but, if that door would have busted open...
Could you imagine just the pilots,
startled,
wondering what is going on behind that door?
Yeah.
So then what happened?
So the 3 of us now, and probably 1 or 2 more passengers from the cabin jump up, and the group of us wrestle this guy back to his seat. Now, the whole time we're taking him back to the seat, people are delivering blows, basically, to him in the stomach and, pretty much wherever
They're
they can
hitting
get
him on the way back to the seat? They're just punching him?
As he's walking down the aisle, people in the aisle seats are taking shots at him.
So by this point, the guy's face is all cut up, like his nose and his his mouth and the whole deal.
Is he saying anything at all?
Blood's pretty much splattering, on the cabin walls and stuff like that.
Is he still talking, Ed? Is he still saying anything?
Yeah, he's still yelling and stuff. So as we get him over and we start getting him into the seat, he's trying to spit blood on us and stuff.
Oh.
So this one guy kind of rails off and hits him a couple of times pretty hard in the face. And he settled down then a little bit, but now we're struggling to get him belted back in his seat. And he's kind of, he's still really fighting us. If this guy wasn't on something besides just alcohol, I'd be pretty surprised because he was really strong.
Had a rage going.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
So there's 2 guys. One guy's pulling his ponytail back. Another guy's holding kind of his arms. There's a guy holding his legs. He's just totally wide open in front of me, and we're really struggling to get this guy under control. So I don't know why. The thought just came into my mind. It's pretty tough to struggle when you can't breathe at all.
Right.
So I just came down as hard as I could on his stomach with an axe swing.
Jeez.
And just hit him in the stomach, and it winded him for, 15 seconds or whatever, enough for us to get him belted in, and then they just basically, we didn't have another thing to restrain his legs, so we wound up tying cloth napkins together. And
hog-tied his legs together?
And hog-tied his legs together, basically.
Now, you're on a big airplane on the way to Maine at this point. Or no, you're on the way to London, but
Manchester, yeah.
So what about everybody else on the plane?
Are they applauding, yelling?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I think most of them right now are just kind of in total disbelief and shock, that this is going on.
You mentioned a ponytail. Was this guy, I thought he was a businessman. Was he just some earthy dude flying around?
Yeah, he definitely seemed like an earthy guy. I don't know that I would describe him as the typical business passenger, but I don't know that I would describe myself that way either. So,
is he American or British?
He was British, which much to everyone over here is. They're real delighted to hear that when I came over and told the story.
So he's calling you bloody this and bloody that, and you wanker and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So does the pilot announce that he's going to land somewhere?
Right.
Yeah. Well, basically at this point we're probably 30 minutes outside of the United States. We're just starting to cross the pond, and he makes the announcement that they're turning the flight back around so they can have federal authorities come on and arrest this guy. So by the time they turn the plane around, it's about 50 minutes for us to land back into Bangor, Maine. We basically just, 3 of us take turns sitting on this guy in the aisle.
Wow.
Or, in between his seat and the seats in front of him and stuff to keep him pinned down or whatever.
A long 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. And, all right, so I'm guessing that the situation is slowly calming down a little bit, right?
A little bit. I mean, I think it was like one of those where the realization started to hit him a little bit now of exactly what was going on.
Right.
That they were turning the plane around and he was getting arrested and, the whole deal, so...
Did he think he was just invincible because he was in the air? I mean,
you really have no idea.
He was invincible because he was drunk.
He was drunk, yeah, okay, so...
And then they're going to land and I'll just go home.
So you must have blood all over you.
No, not too bad, surprisingly. There was a couple of passengers that had quite a bit on their clothes and stuff. Most of mine, for whatever reason, was just kind of on, my hands and my arm a little bit, but nothing much at all.
So eventually you land the plane, the authorities come on and haul this guy out.
Yeah, they take him out, and then the FBI interviews everyone.
Oh, you had to stay there and wait?
Oh yeah, it was like a 2-hour layover.
Okay.
In Bangor.
Was he kicking and bitching on the way out the door, or did he shut up finally?
No, he shut up. I mean, they came on basically into the plane. It seemed like riot gear. I mean, 2 of the cops had full helmets and stuff on.
Jeez. Here's what I want to know. Okay, what is Delta going to do for you?
Who knows?
What kind of, have you been offered anything from Delta? Have you been offered any kind of remuneration or?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I could possibly have. I haven't. I'm not back to the States yet, but I haven't been. I haven't been contacted by them, to my knowledge. But
yeah, I mean, there is no way.
If not even Delta, comp that flight. I mean, something.
Or I say comp another first-class round trip to Europe.
Because, I mean, you saved a lot of trouble. What are the pilots going to do? Yeah. Both get out of the cockpit and come help?
Exactly. It took 4 guys to haul this guy. And come on, let's face it, the male stewards aren't going to do right.
I was kind of surprised. Nobody gagged him. That's one of the things I would have done.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. As you get back and we're sitting in Bangor and talking about the stuff we should have done, like, we should have locked him in a bathroom.
Hey,
too bad there's not a brig
all
on
these
a plane.
really good suggestions come to mind then. But
I'll tell you what, give him a swirly in one of those toilets. Boy, that ought to clean his clock.
That's a great story, Ed.
It was pretty interesting.
Fantastic.
Hopefully the flight back will be less eventful.
Thanks for calling us from England and giving us the story. Ed Campbell, Morning X subscriber on the Delta flight that landed in Bangor with the drunk man.
All right,
thanks a lot, Ed. We'll see you later.
I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.
Bravo TV star Lala Kent holds nothing back.
There's been so many times where I'm like, I apologize that I said that, but that wasn't meant for you to hear.
Feel you there.
How fun would it be to bring in some Bravo celebrities and make our own bracket?
Iconic.
All right, I'll take Dorinda, you take Sonia.
Sonia is who I wish I could be.
You and me both. I cannot be someone in the program. What's PTO?
Pay time off. See?
Oh.
You've never had a real job.
Give them Lala.
It is nothing but honesty.
You guys know.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.